century is going to be the Indian century. The dynamism, energy, everywhere I go here, people are interested in self-improvement, growth. The country has something special. This is going to be the Indian century. ऐसे ही और एक प्रबुद्ध व्यक्ति, founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates, वो कहते हैं, उनको भी मैं quote करता हूँ, the strength of India today in terms of economic growth, innovation is very exciting. Democracy is a magic system when it works well. I will eventually, don't worry. That I would also like to quote a very important statement made by the World Bank. The World Bank, in its latest India Development Update, a World Bank flagship publication, says India's economy has demonstrated resilience despite a challenging external environment. Sir Augustine Tanoff-Comey, who's also the country director for India from World Bank, says India's economy has been remarkably resilient to the deteriorating external environment, and strong macroeconomic fundamentals have placed it in good stead compared to the other emerging market economies. So not only this, Dhruv Sharma, the senior economist who is the author of this report, also says that a well-crafted and prudent policy response to the global spillovers is helping India navigate global and domestic challenges. Sir, there are umpteen number of these extensions, like the Scotch report, which talks about employment generative impact of Modinomics, the paradigm shift. It goes on to say that there have been 1.98 crore employments per year, according to the Scotch report, that have been generated. IMF and its managing director, Kristalina Georgieva, remarked that India deserves to be called a bright spot in this otherwise dark horizon because it has been a fast-growing economy even during these difficult times. But most importantly, this growth is underpinned by structural reforms. Sir, while the opposition is failing to acknowledge the real benefits this budget brings to our people, their focus on criticism rather than the constructive dialogue seems aimed at hiding the truth and misleading the public. Chairman, sir, I would like to highlight some key points of the Union budget which will demonstrate how the economy and the budget have played a pivotal role in today India's progress. The budget has highlighted that India has shown an impressive economic growth of 8.2% despite global economic struggles. The social sector expenditure has doubled from nearly 11 lakh crores to 23 lakh crores in 23-24. Additionally, the health sector spending has almost doubled since 17-18 to 2.5 lakh crores, from 2.5 lakh crores to 5.85 lakh crores. Sir, Haryana, the state I come from, has also benefited from the special assistance for capital expenditure investments provided under the budget. Sir, there are 3,195 crores which have been given to state of Haryana between 2020 and 23. In the financial year, 24-25, suniye, Haryana received a total of 13,632 crores, an allocation of 1.093% from the distribution of net proceeds of the union taxes. And I'd like to thank the government for that. Sir, yesterday, a very senior leader spoke about paper leak. And he said that there was not much in the budget about the paper leak. Sir, we all know that the budget is not about paper leak. But I would like to profusely thank the government and the Honorable Prime Minister that they have managed to have 10 successful budgets without any budget leak. Because the previous government, the budgets would also leak. So that is an achievement that this government has managed to achieve. Sir, much has been said by my previous speakers on the budget. Some lauded it for its far-sightedness, or some of us also praised it as physically prudent document, while some suggested modifications. Some even complained about lack of attention towards a particular sector. Even the industry leaders welcomed the budget with open arms. So, however, sir, something was missing unless our learned speaker, an honorable former finance minister, who I hold in high esteem, stood up and expressed his views. Hearing these opinions, I am reminded of an appropriate share by Gulzar Sahib. जिंदगी के दौड़ में एक तुम ही फुर्सत में हो, सालों पहले जैसा देखा था आज भी बिल्कुल वैसे ही हो. Sir, the honorable members' level of optimism has remained unchanged from his budget speech in 2017. Casting doubt on the future of digital transactions in India, not only did he dismiss its functioning, but also look down upon the capabilities of our citizens, particularly the female vegetable vendors, sir. It was these small vendors that proved him wrong when India accounted for 46% of all digital payments in the world. And UPI transactions now account for 80% of all digital payments in India. Sir, I hope on this monthly travel, when the Honorable former Finance Minister, please listen, we'll be better informed. I hope on his monthly travels of 1,000, Honorable Chair, I would ask the members not to disturb. I hope on his monthly travels, the Honorable former Finance Minister, please look out of the window and see that every nook and cranny and corner of this country you will find digital transactions happening. Sir, as per the government's economic survey, the growth rate is projected at 7%. The same forecast is being done by agencies like the IMF. Let's assume what he said is the truth, and the wrong deflators are being used by the government to fudge the growth rate. Does he intend to say that even international institutions are erring in their projections? As senior opposition leaders, they are expected to give constructive criticism and not fuel doubts among citizens. Sir, it is a great misfortune that a noble scheme of giving free ration during the distressing times of COVID was attempted to be labelled as the flag bearer of economic crisis in India. I asked the members what are their opinions on the programs like Form Zero, which is also called Zero Hunger, a program run by the government of Brazil, or Diconsa, a program which is run by the government of Mexico, emphasizing on giving free or subsidized ration to its needy citizens. Even a superpower like the US runs the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program called SNAP, providing assistance to low-income families to purchase eligible food in authorized retail food stores. So we should be proud that India, despite its limited resources and difficult times, has been able to feed over 80 crore citizens through Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Sir, there was also this talk of Badla Lo, Kursi Bachao, various sorts of statements were passed. Sir, I don't want to get into these, but I would definitely like to say that, these are times where our country looks up to both the houses, and especially our house, the House of Elders. And we must set a precedence and an example as to what can we bring to the table to add to the problem that exists at hand. We must use this opportunity to communicate this to the polity of the country, because they have a lot of faith in us. Sir, another esteemed colleague, a senior esteemed colleague, spoke about taxes like England and services like Somalia. Why are we trivializing another country's progress, problems and challenges, sir? Through the chair, I would like to ask the August House, is this the kind of debate we want in the House of Elders? What kind of a message are we sending to a friendly nation with which we have shared strong diplomatic ties for 64 years? This is not our Bharatiya Sanskriti to look down upon anyone. I even request the chair to expunge these remarks. Sir, and let's look at the number of some basic commodities.
Please continue.
Sir, Honorable Chair,
Honorable Member,
I will seek your indulgence so that I can complete my speech. And let's look at the number of some basic commodities, since we are talking about the differences between England, Somalia and the taxes in India. Sir, in India, the cost of 1 litre of milk is 56 to 57 rupees. In Somalia, it is 140 rupees. Sir, the bottle of Coca-Cola costs 60 rupees in Somalia. In India, it's 32 rupees. Sir, the cost of bread in Somalia is 81 rupees. In India, it's 38.7 rupees. So the cost of 1 kilo of apples, 1 kg of apples is 380 rupees per kg in Somalia.
Honorable Member, you have 10 seconds to conclude.
I will seek the indulgence of the chair to complete. I am an independent. I don't have a party to take time from, so please kindly oblige me. Sir, just to put these things in perspective, ma'am, what do we get in return is some question which was asked by the opposition. Sir, the population of England is almost 5.6 million. The size of the world's biggest healthcare program, which is also known as the Universal Healthcare Program, is almost 89 times the size of England. That is what we get in return, sir. We get the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which is the world's largest affordable housing project. We get the largest direct benefit scheme in the world in the form of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samriddhi Yojana. We also get Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, one of the largest education programs in the world.
Honorable Member, 20 seconds. Please conclude.
Ma'am, Honorable Chair, I'd like to seek your indulgence. I'd like to complete my speech. I'm an independent. I don't have a party to take time from. Please oblige. So another point that has echoed in this chamber is how the Honorable Finance Minister has not taken names of many states, and allegations have been made that focus was on Bihar and Andhra Pradesh. Sir, I looked up the budget speeches from 2004 to 14. Not once in these 10 years did the UPA government mention more than the names of 6-7 states. States like Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan were conveniently ignored. Sir, interestingly, not mentioning BJP-ruled states is still understandable. But during the UPA Raj, the state of Tamil Nadu also did not find any mention in 6 budgets out of the 10. So since I'm just concluding, sir, since when has not mentioning a state's name become a parameter of allocating resources to it? I want to conclude that my state is Haryana. It was not mentioned in the budget, but it got 13,632 crores. And I'd like to acknowledge and thank the Honorable Prime Minister and the Finance Minister for doing this much. Jai Bharat. Thank you very much.
Honorable Member Shri Breachlal, 14 minutes.
15 minutes. Thank you, sir. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद उपसभापति महोदया।
Honorable Member John Brittas,
आपने मुझे
please.
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की लगातार तीसरी सरकार के पहले बजट पर विचार व्यक्त करने का अवसर दिया है। सभापति महोदय, 60 वर्ष बाद यह भारतीय गणतंत्र में तीसरा अवसर है जब मोदी जी ने लगातार तीसरी बार सरकार बनाई है। यह कोई साधारण बात नहीं है, बल्कि अभूतपूर्व है। कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोग 99 पाए हैं, अपनी जीत की खुशी मना रहे हैं। मैं बताना चाहता हूं, कांग्रेस पार्टी को लगातार 3 संसदीय चुनाव में कुल 195 लोकसभा सीटें प्राप्त हुई।